What is going on, everybody? It's Carl here, and today we are going to do a different kind of video. Instead of a mechanical video, we're going to do some, I guess you can call it body work, really. So what we're going to do is we're going to repair this spoiler. There's a stud that's bolted down, but over time, the spoiler gets brittle. And then if you over tighten the nut, usually it'll just strip out all the plastic that the stud is screwed into. So we are going to fix that today. I got some 3M super fast plastic repair. This is what I'm going to use. This should work pretty good. And time is 20 seconds. So we got to be squirted in there, put the stud in, and let it sit. And then it should be pretty much clamp times 1 minute, paint times 30, cure times just 1 hour. So that's pretty fast stuff. And then obviously you need the special 3M tool to apply this. And then we're going to have a bungee cord because when we open the hatch, I don't want it to hit all this stuff that's up here. So we're just going to kind of bungee it down. Alrighty, let's open the hatch. So with the hatch bungee corded in place, there's going to be 6 nuts that I'm going to have to take off. And this is the one. So I remember now, it's this one I couldn't tighten down because it loosened up. So that's what we're going to be fixing, is that stud. But I got to take all the nuts off to get the spoiler loose, and then we can get the spoiler upside down and do the repair. And yes, the car used to be red. I don't know why. Somebody painted it white, but I mean, you can see they did a really, really crappy job. But that's okay because this is my project and I'm going to enjoy working on this. All right, since we got the spoiler off, I'll show you. I mean, as you can see, there's no threads in there for that stud to screw in or hold on to anymore. And I do remember I repaired this one last year. I put a bunch of glue in there and it worked pretty good. I don't know if I did this one. I definitely didn't do this one. It looks like it may have been this one that I put a little glue in and it held pretty good, but I'm not really sure. But anyways, so this is what usually happens. So the stud is just sitting there bare. You can just, spin it around with the nut, because the nut is stuck on there. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to put a little vice grip on here and then unscrew this nut at the same time, which is going to be hard to film because I only have 2 hands. So we have the vice grip on there, so we're ready to try to take this nut off. So now that I got the stud off and I made sure the nut is able to thread onto the stud, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a kind of an auto body secret. Is I always used brake cleaner. What I'll do is I'll clean out this hole with brake cleaner and clean the stud with brake cleaner. And so it should provide a very nice clean surface, and then this glue should stick pretty well. I've always done this with like bumper tabs and, just miscellaneous stuff during when I was doing auto body. So we're going to do that, and we're going to be ready to glue it back in there. And this is the reason why you clean it with brake cleaner, because look at all that shit that was in that hole, man. If you would have just put glue in there, man, it would have never have stuck as good as it could have. So yeah, so now I'm just going to let it dry a little bit, let the brake cleaner evaporate, and the stud looks pretty good to go back in. So, and what we got to do is we got to put the nut on the end, and then when we put glue in, we're going to have to use that nut to get the stud all the way in there. So while we wait for that to dry, let's open up this bag, and we'll get it all set up, ready to go. All right, the gun is ready. The stud is ready. Let's try to do this. All right, we'll let that dry. and we'll come back and we'll see if everything worked pretty good here. We are back. I took off the nut off the stud, and it looks like I'm just going to trim up the little excess glue, and I think we're going to bolt the spoiler back on. It looks like everything's going to hold pretty nicely. And that looks pretty good right now, so let's bolt it back on. All right, the spoiler is all bolted back on. Let's unhook the bungee cable here, and we'll close the hatch and call it a day. Oh, she looks good. I do got to adjust the hatch on this side a little bit because it's got to go a little forward that way. But other than that, man, there was a job well done. You know, I highly recommend this stuff. This stuff works pretty good. Here's my dad's car. Looking nice. LS1 swap, same as mine. But please like and subscribe, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.